Wuthering Waves 2.0 2.7 tier list Resonator is here. But which Resonator is an easy mode cosplay? And which one is a true S-tier crafting nightmare? Today, we are ranking them all. If you're a cosplay looking for your next challenge, or just a fan curious about the real-world effort behind bringing this character to life, this is the list for you. Anyway, I was a cosplay crafter, but only for accessories and armor. I'm not a great expert on the tailored side. So, this is the criteria of the tier list. Excluding you can buy this costume between $40 and $200 each. Here we mainly evaluate what is made from scratch and high quality. Let's not waste more time. Let's start. I'll use the release order, so let's start with Carlotta. Carlotta's design is extremely detailed. Her dress is like a 16th century European style. It's highly layered and adorned with complex and frills. The costume includes a multi-layered cape with dramatic sleeves, but one of the most complicated parts are the elaborate tie-dye boots and the intricate jewelry embedded with teal gems, even on gloves, heels, and chest piece. Replicating the volume, movement, and intricate surface patterns of the garments required advanced tailored and detailed 3D printing, or foam or resin processing for all the jewelry. The wig, on the other hand, is simpler, definitely easier to style than other. Instead, the pistol needs accurate shape, small decorative details. It needs a 3D modeling of foam. Assembly and painting are not trivial. So, I'll put her in B tier. Next, it's Rocha. Rocha outfit is a complex performance uniform, combining unique accessories with armor-like elements. Her difficulty comes from combining performance wear with the gauntlet and the suitcase. Pero, her garment-like features asymmetrical cuts, multiple belts, and highly detailed patches embroidery that requires precision work. About the wig, matching the two colors reliably means either getting a wig that's already dyed or doing custom dyed. In any case, you need a good fiber wig that holds style well. About the gauntlet and the suitcase, the gauntlets demand complex foam work of molded materials. Same for the suitcase, you can use an old one as core. Given the less overall complexity, I'll put her in C tier. Phoebe. Phoebe, often seen with simpler, more recognizable fashion elements, will be one of the most accessible. Her design likely relies on fewer layers, minimal armor, and more easily sourced base garment patterns. The focus is on finding the correct color and material matches, but don't estimate the choice of the right fabric. The hat itself needs to hold its shape, which probably means stiff interfacing or even craft foam hidden inside. Also, the blonde wig is easy, and you can hold it together with the hat with some clips. For the weapon, for the staff, you need a PVC pipe, a score. The hardest part is going to be getting the eagle details crisped without adding too much weight. So you got access to a 3D painter, this is a perfect project for it. Otherwise, it's foam carving and lots of patience. For these reasons, I put her in D tier. It's Brent's turn. Brent, he have a pirate or swashbuckler style. It's generally more accessible. The difficulty lies in the tailoring of vests, coats, and finding the right leather textures. For the base layer to create that elegant effect, you'll probably use damask. The split front, frilly edges, and the fairy pattern demands precise cutting, lining, and top stitching. Matching the blade's motif requires good fabric printing or fabric glue. The white pants need good fit and clean lines. Even the boots have golden lacing and a lot of details. The hat also needs work, but you can start with a pirate hat as a base and work with that. For the wig, probably is the easiest on the list. For the weapon, both sword and gun, just use the classic work for the cosplay weapons. Usually PVC pipe as core, the blade and gun itself with EVA foam or layered craft foam. And then, don't underestimate the painting part. The final result, Brent, is prettier. Cantarella. Her costume is layered and flowing. Need a good silhouette with volume, but also should look elegant. The gradient fabrics will show wrinkles. Bodies are cutouts or ornaments, and you need to reinforce the bodies. Otherwise, you have to be careful that your boobs don't come out. Probably uses layered lightweight but noble fabrics like brocade or silk for visual effect and manageability. These are three-dimensional decorative pieces, like here, here, and here. Need to align well, no shift or break with movement. The wig is very long, two-tone, and has to hold up under weight. Like for Phoebe, you can use clips with eyewear pieces, and you need to use a high-quality wig cap if you want to survive in a convention. For the umbrella, detailing can add weight and complexity, but the same process used. So I put her in A tier. The next is Dani. Her design may be the most straightforward, featuring a visually interesting but structurally simple outfit. The base shirt is fairly standard, but the ripple version demands careful distressing. The tricky part is the details on the pants and the accessories, which require an accurate fit, but she is easier than others. For the horns, use lightweight thermoplastic or foam with a hard coating, and you need to reinforce the base so horns stay upright. The tail instead can be flexible using like a wire skeleton plus fabric or smooth material. The wig is simple, but like usually, don't underestimate it. For the weapon, you can use foam or 3D printing for key pieces. Probably you need to design a layered assembly. If you want both forms in the same cosplay, you'll need changeable parts, which increases complexity. Make modular pieces, use detachable fasteners like Velcro or magnets. In the end, I put her in C tier. Chacona. So, Chacona has a clean, elegant clothing with distinct color blocking. The difficulty is primarily in achieving a perfect fit and executing simple, clear lines without complex armor integration. The challenge is technical sewing skill rather than extensive material manipulation. Even the boots, you can modify existing one rather than build from scratch. As for the wig, nothing complex. It needs to be styled well and has a spike at the front. Be careful of the horns. For accessories, chest horns, various ornaments and jewelry, and of course the microphone, even the gun if you want to go overboard. Perhaps the most complex part is the microphone, but it uses the same methods already mentioned above. For this reason, I put her in C tier. Cartesia and Fleur de Lis. Cartesia has an incredible ornate, multi-layered costume, and as Fleur de Lis, possibly with asymmetrical, heavily structured armor pieces integrated into flowing garments. The level of detail on surface textures, like brocade and custom prints, it makes for a difficult build if you want high quality. Even the base outfit is tricky. The seams must be precise, stretch or fit in the right places. Any misfit is very visible. For the wig, for matching hair color and style, and you have to blending the headdress elements into the wig, so they look as one, avoiding wires showing. She has a lot of small decorative pieces. For the horns, accessories, they must be lightweight, stable and well attached, so they don't droop or shift. You need to use foam or Warbler or 3D printing. You need to use internal supports like hidden clips. For the swords, you can use the same method, like I said before. The tricky part might be the mobility. With so many accessory, parts can catch, move, break or dig into you. That's why I put her in A tier. Lupa. Lupa has a design that emphasizes rugged, the fact that she fought continuously in the arena. The construction is more about material fidelity and weathering than high-gloss armor. And above all, you have to be careful to craft everything for the movements. Fit has to allow movements. Balancing the weights of armor and fabric is important. Prioritizing flexible joints makes straps adjustable and makes the weapon manageable. You stretch fabrics for parts that needs mobility, attach armor to underlayers smartly, and use EVA foam for the arms and props. For the wig, the dark pink or reddish hair, even here you have to use a good wig that can hold the accessories. For the weapon, both the sword and the spear use the same method said above. For the compromises she has, I put her in B tier. Prolova costume has many intricate elements, flowing fabrics, layered pieces, accessories, armor-like parts, belts, straps, etc. Recreating all this with the right cut, color, and proportion is quite difficult. To match the in-game look, you'll need a variety of material, like leathers, silks, metallic finishes. There's even accessories for the gloves, jewelry, belts, hair ornament, etc. For the hair, Frovola hairstyle might be more elaborate, like color gradients, length, and special shapes. For the weapon, you can craft the wand and or the violin. Even here will involve 3D modeling and foam. All these delicate accessories and fabrics are at risk of being damaged by movements in a convention. For this reason, I put her in S tier. Augusta. Augusta outfit has probably multiple layers, features clean, intricate armor pieces, and numerous buckles. Reproducing all the layers with accuracy is time-consuming and requires good pattern work. For the wig, you have to use a very long and thick one, and to give it that hairstyle requires a lot of work. The weapon is enormous and highly detailed, featuring complex metal-like etching. The sheer size and level of surface detail on both the arm and sword are the main challenges. Making it with the right scale, balance, detailing and durability adds another layer of effort. So I'll put her in A tier. Yuno. Even Yuno's outfit has a lot of ornate Greco-Roman inspired touches. gold accessory, jewelry, anklets, armbands, ribbons, or hanging fabrics, asymmetrical pieces, and decorative trims, and a head-wreath as a head accessory. These often need precise crafting to look refined. Flowing fabrics for drapery, sheer overlay pieces with many decorations. Pieces hanging from the waist or back need to look good but no snag or be annoying. For the wig, you need a long blue wig or even two wigs combined. Give it the right shape and shade, it's not easy. For the gauntlet, it requires accurate fit over the hand. The real challenge is the chakram bow. It requires great precision, but on a large scale, given its size. If not done well, the fake effect is immediately noticeable. So I'll put her in A tier. Galbrena. Her costume, especially the jacket, has various workmanship with shades of color and feathers on the back and around the waist. She has jewelry, gloves, belts, tight straps, mixed accessories. All these small elements means more sewing, more fitting, more detail. A lot of detail. Also, if you want to include the glowing parts, for recreating, you need special painting or LEDs. A rare has an inner color. You need to style the wig well so that it doesn't look fake. For the weapon, use one or two pistols. They have special ornamentation or effects. If you want add the effects, that adds to the difficulty. That's why I put her in B tier. Qiuyuan. Qiuyuan, because the wuxia style often involves layers, flowing long sleeves, possible straps or cloaks, and overlapping fabrics. Building this to flow naturally while maintaining shapes, avoiding bunching, is harder. He even has a lot of accessories, hair ornament, belts, sashes, decorative fasteners, even leg guards with full trim. The wig is not easy at all. Designing a wig that matches its hair color, length, possible tied up in parts, and give it that shape, nice challenge. On the other hand, the weapon is simple compared to others, but never underestimate the details. So, I'll put it in B tier. Do you agree with this tier list? Let me know in the comments. I want to see your ranking. If you want a tier list of another game or the previous characters, hit the like and subscribe. Ciao!